Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and today I'm going to give you your February sweeps for the soaps. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button, because every time you hit that like button, it lets YouTube know it's a good channel for soap fans so they can be part of our soap fam. Also, don't forget to go ahead in the comment section and interact with the soap fam, which is very useful and helpful, and a lot of people become friends. And we also have a membership where you get early access to videos, exclusive videos, and more, so much more. You can go ahead at least give that membership at least a 1 month try. But right now, I'm about to go ahead and give you these February sweep spoilers, and we got a lot to go over. So we're going to start with Bold and Beautiful, where Steffi, Hope, and Liam and Finn will have to face the fallout of the paternity test. It doesn't say it on here, but there's lots of rumors that someone is going to switch the results. So whoever it turns out the baby, the paternity test says the baby father is, just think it'll probably be the opposite person. So they say for Hope, Liam, Steffi, and Finn, the heartache, betrayal, and question of whether Steffi and Liam will ever be able to move apart from each other have occupied Hope and Finn's thoughts and their hearts every day. February will bring answers, but Steffi and Finn's paternity results will dictate everyone's fate. If the baby is Finn's, Hope will still have to decide if she wants to save her marriage. If the baby is Liam's, both Hope and Finn will have irrevocably upended. Thomas feeling guilty for having been the catalyst that started the domino effect, has been on Hope's side to console her, but there may be other unknown forces pulling the puppet strings of everyone involved. And that is the clue that someone other than Thomas may change the results of them tests, which causes everyone's lives to change. Brooke and Ridge. Brooke and Ridge must work hard at not allowing the situation with their children to affect their marriage. Ridge is heartbroken for Steffi and her situation and remains a constant source of strength and support for Steffi during this time. Ridge and Brooke have seemingly stood the test of time, but will this event be the thing that finally unspools them? I'm seriously feeling deja vu, because this is what happened last time their children were having issues and their marriage fell apart. You know, I know Shauna and Quinn had something to do with it, but at the same time, the domino effect began when they were having issues with their children, and Brooke ran running the bill for that kiss. Zende, Zoe, Carter, and Paris. Things get heated in February between Zoe and Paris. Disappointed and dismayed by Zoe's disrespect for Carter, Paris aligns with Ridge to ensure that Carter's heart remains intact. Zoe's dalliance with Zende may cost her more than her friendship with Carter. As for her future at Forrester Creations, it is now on the line. With Bill and Katie, Bill has bared his soul to Katie yet again. Vowing to do better, Bill asks for one more chance. Bill seeks counsel from his son, Wyatt. He also goes to the one person who has also caused Katie immeasurable pain, Brooke. In a beautiful moment, the Logan sisters will come together and speak of love, hope, forgiveness, and family. So it looks like they're putting Bill and Katie back together. But with Brooke's marriage about to be on the rocks again, Katie better have some tissues handy. You know what I'm saying? We're moving on to Young and the Restless. On Young and the Restless, February sweeps is going to, well, I'll just say this on Twitter. People have been complaining about the February sweep spoilers, saying that it's just more the same. But here we go. For starters, Victor Newman will be pleased by the progress in his relationship with Adam Newman. Victor and Adam's bond will continue to grow and improve, so they will have a chance for new opportunities. As Victor expands his empire, he'll bring Adam back into the family business and carve out a nice place for his son. Of course, the idea of Adam being in the fold again won't go over well with Nikki, Victoria, or Nick. Deja vu. Been there, done that. However, Victoria will have other problems to deal with As Billy Abbott and Lily Winters grow closer, she's going to want to interfere in their relationship. Lily's relationship with their kids will remain an issue for Victoria, so she'll be jealous, and she may make some bold moves. As for Nick, he'll tackle more drama with his daughter, with Sharon. Despite Faith's insistence that her parents are overreacting, it'll become clear to Sharon and Nick that Faith needs help. Thanks to Jordan, Faith's behavior will spiral out of control and leave Nick and Sharon not really knowing what to do, so they turn to Nikki, who will decide enough is enough. So we'll see if she can finally find a way to get through to her granddaughter. In the meantime, Devon Hamilton and Elena Dawson will keep a big secret about the affair that they had, as they both continue their relationship with Nate and Amanda. However, their night of passion, Elena won't tell Nate what happened, and Devon won't tell Amanda what happened. But Elena and Devon will try to let whatever they share go. Nevertheless, it won't be long until the attraction they both have and their old feelings creep back in again. Devon and Elena will find it more difficult to keep the secret under keeps and difficult to avoid familiar connection. I think, now this is just me breaking away from the spoilers, saying that chances are she's going to get pregnant, which is why they can't keep it's going to be difficult to keep the secret under wraps. Because if Devon finds out Elena's pregnant, he's not going to just like, oh well, they can raise it by default. That ain't going to happen. So other Young and Restless spoilers say that Jack Abbott bond with Sally Spectre will gain some traction. It'll become apparent to some key players that perhaps something romantic could bloom here. As for Kyle Abbott, his new history will come back to bite him. His New York history will come back to bite him after Sally learns a surprising and very damaging secret. Theo Vanderway will spill the secret to Sally, who will use it against Kyle to mess with Summer. So Sally's going to get a phone call from Theo, from wherever he is in Paris or whatever, to let him to snitch on Kyle. This very secret will be exposed and put Summer and Kyle's relationship to the test. Sally will soon be brimming with confidence, but she better watch out, because now Phyllis Summers will come after Sally and prove that she can be a foe. It sounds like Phyllis Mama Bear side will come out and bring some new challenges for Sally. So they still basically don't know what to do with Phyllis. Next, Mariah Copeland, another character they don't know what to do with, will decide she's willing to be the gestational carrier for Abby Newman Chancellor and Chance Chancellor's baby. So she, whenever they bring up like a storyline like surrogate and they say, will you? And no matter how much the character hum and haws, they wouldn't have brought the subject up if the character wasn't going to say yes. But anyway, as Chance and Abby happily get to their surrogacy plans lined up, Mariah will start to battle some doubts. Mariah will worry that should she back out for the sake of a relationship with Tessa Porter, how will Tessa feel? Tessa tends to be a supportive girlfriend, so she might find a way for Mariah that they'll be able to let her do it no matter what. Back with Sharon, she'll continue to bond with Adam. Like I said, deja vu, and they could put their exes in dangerous territory. Adam and Sharon's connection will come to some sort of public exposure, and it causes major trouble. It'll pave the way for Chelsea and Ray to face some alarming moments. Chloe Mitchell will prove she's worthy of the title of bestie as she stands by Chelsea and fights to help her. Young Restless spoilers say Chloe will begin to understand Chelsea's frustration, so she might play a role in Sharon and Adam's being exposed. And no mention of Gloria and whatever that secret was, so I guess they don't care about that. But those were the Young and Restless February sweeps, and I am now moving on to General Hospital. So General Hospital, head writer teased that Sonny has his new life as Mike. He tries to be a new person, but will have a mental health crisis from Sonny's old life, which of course is like his bipolar. Just because you have amnesia, your bipolar don't disappear. Carly at Sonny's funeral will finally get what's coming to her. Finally. Now, I love Carly. She used to be my all-time favorite character on the show. Now Ava is. But Carly, we now know when Nina's going to confront you about knowing about her daughter was Nell and covering it up. So that gives us a major clue that Sonny's funeral is going to be a major place for spoilers, just like the double wedding. So Sam, this has upset a lot of people, other J. Sam fans on Twitter. Sam is moving on with her life without Jason, and Jason is getting closer to Britt. So, but it mentions how will Sam feel when she realizes Jason is also moving on. The double wedding, the fallout from the double wedding will have lasting effects on Peter, Maxie, Anna, Finn, Greg, Chase, and Jackie. Robert, he wants to take down Peter. Laura enlists Leslie's help to battle Cyrus. Franco and Liz, Franco's health and his deal with Jason is going to cause major issues. With Nina and Jack's decision to lie is going to come back to bite him. Ava and Nicholas wants to make things with Ava official, but they still have their detractors. So basically, the writers over General Hospital has marriage fever because he proposed again to his wife to this time do it right. Valentine will get a wake-up call, which causes him to change his future. Olivia and Ned, can they move forward now that the truth is out? And will they move on? Alexis will do something in February that will cause trouble for lots of people. I think it may have something to do with today's episode when she was looking at that syringe. Dante and Sam want to take Peter down, but Obrecht is the one in charge. Then they have Obrecht and Scott. They have a lot in common. Obrecht really wants Peter to pay. Cyrus, he will stop at nothing to find his mother. Britt, she's working with Jason, and she may have her own medical secret. Jordan, Taggart, Portia, and Curtis. Jordan wants to help Taggart with while Portia and Curtis grow closer. Dun, dun, dun. Michael, Willow, Chase, and Sasha. They will attempt to go back to the way things were, but will they be able to? Brando was caught between Cyrus and the Corinthos family. Next we have the teens. Cam's life is turned upside down, and Joss and Trina are there for him and their own families. TJ and Molly, will they have their commitment ceremony? Who cares? They barely have any screen time. Felix and Lucas, they become close again, and Brad won't like it. I won't like it either, because I've always preferred Brad and Felix. I never liked Lucas. I've always thought Lucas was boring. Can you honestly say what Lucas' personality is when he's not being a doctor? Which is, he don't have much personality when he's a doctor. So he is usually either mad with his father, mad with Brad, or he's given a diagnosis. That's about it. So, but we know a lot more about Brad and Felix's personalities and things like that, whereas I always felt like Lucas was just a character that the writers never really cared about. So I never understood why he was the one that everyone would chase when he's the most boring character on the show. Because they never give him, we don't see him really interacting with his family in a realistic way. You barely see him with Bobby, Carly, or any other family members, Joss, anybody. You never really saw his relationship. We never got to see their honeymoon. We never got to see Brad and Lucas as a married couple, what that was like. They never really even got to be a part of their own, baby storyline. Well, Brad was, but Lucas was just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? So even when Lucas had to give his kid up, how much did you really feel for that? You felt more for Michael, even for Nell, but the ones that don't hate Nell. But Lucas has just always been a boring character, where Felix has more personality, and Brad has more personality. I would rather it had been that Felix and Brad get close, and then Lucas decides he wants his husband back, and let the triangle be like that, rather than going back to the exact same triangle that started years ago when Ron was the head writer, who's now the head writer on Days of Our Lives, where they had Brad and Felix chasing after Lucas. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And let me know in the comment sections what you think.